Alright, so I haven't released a video on this channel in a while now, and if I'm being completely honest, it's not because of a lack of time or commitment or motivation or ideas, but it's because of something that I've been struggling with ever since I decided to start this channel, which is a lack of self-confidence, or at least a lack of confidence in my ideas. In all honesty, it can be really intimidating starting a new YouTube channel. You know, me personally, I would watch the creators that I love and admire, and I'd want to make content that's just as good as what they're making. But, you know, sometimes I would end up doubting my technical skills, thinking maybe I need to watch more tutorials, maybe I need to practice a little bit more. I'm not ready yet to make the videos that I want to make. And other times I would just get overwhelmed with my ideas, thinking, you know, maybe my ideas aren't good enough. I have to work on this idea a little bit more before I actually film a video. And I ended up paralyzing myself through this analysis process. It seriously took me over a year of analyzing and scrapping my ideas before I even had the courage to release my first video. And I feel like I've come a long way since then. I've gained a lot of confidence and courage since I started this whole process. And I wanted to make this video because I feel like there's 5 key pieces of information or 5 key tricks that I found that have really helped me get started and feel a lot more confident in front of the camera and, you know, with the ideas that I come up with. So anyways, here are the 5 key tips that helped me get started and hopefully help some of you guys along the way as well. Alright, so tip number 1. If you are having trouble starting a YouTube channel, one of the things that helped me out the most was deciding to make videos for myself and not for an audience in mind. You know, think of yourself as the audience and think, what videos would I enjoy, what videos would be useful for me, and what videos would I enjoy making? And even though this will contradict what a lot of other people will say on YouTube, I think at the beginning this is really important for a multitude of reasons. The first reason is that if you're not thinking about other people and thinking about, you know, what will other people think about my video or how successful is this going to be, it releases a lot of pressure and allows for a lot more, I guess, comfort and creativity when you're filming. Obviously, everybody knows that practice makes perfect, but at the beginning, if you're worried too much about what other people think, you're not going to get that practice in to create the content that you actually want to make. When I first got started and I really didn't have the courage to release any videos, I made a commitment to myself and I decided that I was going to film 10 videos that I wasn't going to release anywhere. I wanted to challenge myself and make sure that, you know, I was doing this because I love filmmaking and because I like making content and not just because I wanted other people to watch it. And I think it's a great practice for anybody. Right now, this is why this channel doesn't really have a theme or a purpose. I'm kind of just making all the videos that I want to make, and it's making the whole process a lot more enjoyable. I'm probably going to direct it to a specific audience eventually, but right now, it's not something that I'm worrying about. Alright, tip 2. Copy others. Now, copying and imitating are something that a lot of people get flack for on YouTube. If you go in the comment section, a lot of the times people will say, you know, your video looks exactly like Peter McKinnon. Your video looks just like Casey Neistat. You know, your style is just like this person. Why don't you find your own style? Stop copying others. Okay, and yes, I do feel like developing your own style is extremely important. However, I feel like when you're first starting out, imitating and copying others is the best way to learn the skills you need to eventually develop that style. The style will come over time. Now, coincidentally, while I was planning this video, I was reading a book by American author Mary Oliver, and the book is about writing poetry. However, I feel like a lot of the stuff she writes in this book can be applied to any creative pursuit. And there's one chapter in here called imitation. Now, the first 2 paragraphs just do such a good job at explaining the importance of imitation that I might just read them out to you guys. I feel like they'll really help some of you guys out. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna make you guys go through me reading that. How about I just let you guys read it for yourselves and you can pause the video and continue after you're done. And I completely agree with that. You know, if we want to make great content that is as good as the creators that we admire, why not study them and figure out what makes them great? All the greatest painters in the world, you know, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Picasso, they all studied under people who are already considered masters of art. They all had mentors that they followed and copied until they developed their own style. And I think it's unfortunate that we see imitating and copying in such a negative light nowadays. So that leads me to tip number 3. Keep it simple. When you're first starting out, try not to overcomplicate things. You know, come up with a good story. Your story is the most important element of your videos. But don't worry too much about the production. You know, if possible, keep it to one location. Don't worry too much about the lighting. Try not to think about the camera angles or the transitions you want to use. At the beginning, literally just get your storytelling down. After that, when you get comfortable in front of the camera and you start releasing videos, it's easier to add on elements on top of that and then slowly build up the production quality of your videos. But I think as long as you get your story down at first, your videos are going to be at least somewhat decent. All right, that was really short compared to the other ones. All right, tip number 4, accept failure. You're probably gonna make some bad videos. I know I said at the beginning, if you don't worry about what other people think, that doesn't matter. But later on, when you start making videos for an audience and you start building an audience, some of your videos might be bad. But don't worry about the views. You know, the views don't matter. Keep learning, learn from your mistakes, and as long as you learn from your mistakes, you're not a failure. Thomas Edison is famously known to have tried 1,000 times before he successfully invented the light bulb. And yeah, those first 900 and whatever attempts could be seen as failures, but you know, every single time he learned something, he learned from his mistakes and he built on his failures, and then eventually he succeeded. So, you know, even if one of your videos isn't good, it doesn't matter. Just release it, take the feedback that you get on it, and learn from those mistakes. Eventually, you'll be making better videos. And tip number 5 is to simply start now. It's really easy to come up with excuses, to wait for the perfect idea, to wait for the perfect gear, to wait until you feel motivated to film a video. I don't have it with me, but there's a really great book written on this topic called The War of Art by Steven Pressfield. And in that book, they talk about something that all artists face, which he calls the resistance. And the resistance is this force that will do whatever it takes to stop you from creating art, no matter what that art may be, or stop you from pursuing that dream or that thing that you have always wanted to do. The resistance is always there, and it'll always force you to come up with excuses to not execute and not follow through. Everybody deals with that resistance, and it's just how you frame it and how you work hard to overcome it is what will determine how successful you are. So I highly recommend that book to all of you guys. It's a quick read, but it's honestly one of my favorite books of all time. So that's it. Those are my 5 tips or things that I guess have helped me build confidence and helped me start this channel. There is, however, one more thing that I wanted to share with you guys today. And it's something that I do from time to time that I find incredibly inspiring, incredibly motivating, and really helps me push through those times when I feel doubt in my abilities. And that is to go to a channel of a favorite creator that I have, whoever that may be, and sort their videos with the oldest ones first. And just watching their first videos and then comparing them to the videos that they're producing now. I think sometimes we forget to realize that, the people that we admire now, they haven't always been as good at their craft as they are now. And it's really interesting to see sometimes how much they've progressed and how quickly they've progressed, and it makes you realize, you can get that good. And as long as you keep going, it might not actually take that much time. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching another one of my videos. I appreciate every single one of you. If you have any tips and tricks of your own, please leave them in the comment section below. I will answer every single comment. If you like the video, like, subscribe, or don't. It's up to you. I still appreciate all of you. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.